Today you will learn ERPNext setting module. So let's begin. In this video tutorial we will see the feature and configuration of ERPNext setting modules. In this we will see the system settings. System setting contains settings for system-wide configuration of the account. You can localize ERPNext to use particular time zone, date, number format, currency format, and also set a global session expiry via system settings. Also, we will see the setting configurations, some of the general setting system configurations for a particular company. Also, we will see how we can set the date formats, how we can set time formats, how we can set the number formats, and the floating precision, decimal precisions for the currency and the numberings. Then we will see how we can take the backup for the particular period and how number of backup copies we have generated. Also, we will see the permissions and all the permissions by applying the strict user permission and allow guests to upload the files, all these settings. We will see the workflow, how we can create a workflow for any approval authority, and we will see how we can configure that. Also, we'll see some of the settings of workflow. So let's go to our ERPNext application. Here already I have opened my web browser and I have entered my URL, and now I have landed on my login page. I entered my username and password, now ready to log into ERPNext application. Once my username and password is get verified, I have landed on home doc type or home page of ERPNext application. On my right hand side, I'm seeing that workspace of home doc type, and on my left hand side, I have seen that the module navigation bar where all the module is listed down. These modules are home modules, help desk, accounting, buying, selling, stock, HR, manufacturing, quality, CRM, projects, supports, users, website, loan, payroll, bill, tools, ERPNext setting, integration, ERPNext integrations as well. So this way you can get the access of all the modules depending upon your business requirements. So today's video tutorial topic is ERPNext setting. So directly go straight forward to ERPNext setting module. Once you click on a ERPNext setting module, you will be landed on a ERPNext setting doc type. Under your shortcut options, you will see the system setting shortcuts. You will see accounting setting shortcut, stock setting shortcuts, selling setting shortcut, and similar to that, buying module, global module, and print settings. Under the node of setting module, you will see the module settings. These are the all modules settings available in ERPNext. You can open any module and you can do the setting with respect to your business requirements. Also, under the node of email and notification, you will be able to create email account, you will create email domain, you will set a notification, you will add email template, and you will add newsletter, and you will do some notification settings. Under the website settings also, you can do the website settings, you can add website theme, you write website script, everything. In core module, you will set a system settings, domain setting, global settings, or global default as well. So we will go through each and every option into the deep, and we will try to understand what are these settings are. So first of all, we will go through the system settings. Just click to under the shortcut on system setting, then you will be landed on a system setting doc type. Here you will get your country detail. Currently we are in India, that's why by default our country is listed out as India. Language will be a English language, and time zone will be a Asia Kolkata time zone. Also, under the section of date and number format, you will see the date format, which is DDMMYYY. In India we are using same date format, but you can change that date format according to your country date format system. In floating precisions, we use already we use 3 floating precisions, but you can change it maximum to 9. Also, in time format, we are using our minute and second time format. If you don't want second format, then you can change it to hours and minute as well. Currency precision also you can define as per your countries or as per your business requirement currency precisions. Currently we don't have set any currency precisions. Number format, here we have used up to crores or up to lakhs. If you want any other number format, then you can select that particular number format. And rounding method, you can use a banker rounding legacy method or bankers rounding method or commercial rounding method. These methods is having a specific formula, so you can use according to your business requirement how you can want a rounding method formats. Under the section of backup, here number of backup will be a 3, which is a by default. If you want more backup, then you can add the number of backups here under the section of backup option. Also, there are some of the important section as well, like a permission section. Here you can give the access or you can restrict the user permission by applying or activating this flag. Also, you can make here you can make the decision whether your guest want to upload the files or not. If you check this option, then your guest will allow to upload the file directly to your ERPNext application. Also, you can see post web capture mode for uploads. If you check this option, then the ERPNext will accordingly make the settings to post web capture mode for the uploads. Under the security sections, you will see the security features. Expiry idle timeout will be a one. If any user will make idle screen for more than 60 minutes, then it will be automatically get expired. Also, module expiry also, there is a 720 hours will be a maximum hours expiration. There are some of the flags allow only one session per user. If one user can try to log in to the ERPNext application with the same login, if multiple users are trying to log in with the same username and password with a different computers and laptop, then if you click this button, then only they are able to do the same. Otherwise, if one user can log from any other laptop or other same user will log to the same any other laptop, then one previously logged in session will get automatically log out. So this is the way you can restrict the user or you can allow the user to log in with the same username password with different computers or laptops. Here also allow login using username and password also, or you will be restrict with username, or user will be able to log in with a mobile number, or a user will able to log in with username. So these decision making are there, so you can control how user can be log in. Either either with the mobile number or with the login name. So this way you can make some of the controls to your users. Under the password node, you can here to enter or force user to reset the password in a 0 days, or you can force user to reset their password within certain time frame. You can enter the number of days over here, and minimum password score would be a 2 or 3 or 4. You can change according to your business policy or company policy. A reset password link expired duration will be a 20 minutes, or you can give the maximum minutes over here. Once reset password link shared with the employee's email ID, then it will be available only for 20 minutes. You can minimize, maximize this time frame by changing the value. Also, password reset link generation limit will be only 3. After 3 limits, then password will get expired and user need to come to the system administrator for the password settings. So this way you can control all the user related activity in a system settings. So go back to the system settings and ERPNext setting, and here you will see the module settings. These are the modules available: accounting, stock, selling, buying, manufacturing, CRM, project and support. You can do the appropriate setting by clicking on the module button. Remember that by doing the changes in a particular module, then you need to ask a module user or a manager for that particular department. Suppose if I want to do any changes in an accounting setting, then I must know that the impacts of these settings, what impacts is going on that particular transaction. Suppose if I unlink the payment on cancellation of invoice, that means payment is got unlinking. So I must know that what impact will be going on this particular activity by if I unchecking this. So these are the default settings which is provided by ERPNext application. So you cannot change that unless and until you don't know the real impact of the transactions. So these are the settings available here. Delete accounting and stock ledger entries on deletion of transaction. If I delete any transaction, suppose if I delete a purchase receipt transaction from the ERPNext system, if I check that, then similarly that transaction accounting entries and stock ledger entries will get automatically deleted from the system. So also again, this is the warning: unless and until you don't know the transaction impact or accounting impact or any other impact by setting up these settings, then you cannot do that. This is the very crucial and very important settings for that particular module. If you allow this, or if you check this, or some of the user had deleted the any purchase receipt from the stores or any purchase order from the purchase department, that directly will get impact on accounting entry and stock entry. From automatically that entries will get deleted. So before setting up any kind of settings, this kind of setting, you need to know very well the impact of the transaction. So that's why we are not suggesting any module settings in any video, because whatever the default settings are, we need to request all our users do not change that default settings. So this way you can do the module settings with respect to that particular department head or department user. Go back to the ERPNext settings once again, and here we will see some of the other things like website themes. Here you can add website theme. In a website module, we discuss in detail what are the themes. If you want to your own customized theme, then you can add the theme name, you can add the Google font, you can set primary color, text color, and light color, dark color, background color to your website. All these permutation combination, using permutation combination, you can generate your own theme. So this way you can add the theme to your website. Go back to the ERPNext setting page, and here we will see the workflow concept. Suppose I want a quotation approval authority. Once end user will generate some quotation and I want to approve that some higher authority level, then in that case I am going to create a new workflow. Here I am going to give the name of workflow. Suppose for example, if I'm going a quotation approval, here I have entered my workflow name, and now I'm going to give the reference document type for the quotation. If the plan is, if end user or sale user generated quotation, that quotation must go for the approval to the higher level. So this way I am generating a workflow. Suppose now I want to make this document as an active document, then I need to check on this. Here under the states and the transition rules, I need to set. First state would be a draft state, obviously. Then I'm going to update value, which will be our update field. Update value would be a draft, and user will be a sale user. Second state would be a pending for approval, pending for manager. Draft would be approved. Update value would be approved, and allow editing or by sales manager only. Second state would be approved by manager. Again, update value would be approved, and the user would be a manager. Fourth state would be a rejection, rejected. It is rejected. Authority will be a sales manager. So this way you can add a state and transition. Now transition would be a first transition would be a draft. Action would be a submit. Next state would be approved pending by manager and allowed by sales user. Sales user will submit this quotation, and once sales user submitted this quotation, it goes for the next state, that is approval pending by manager state. So now next state, if approval pending by manager, action would be approved. Next state would be approved by manager, and this would be a sales manager. State would be a approval by manager, action would be approved. Next state would be well, and user will be a manager. Or here you can make action as a submit also. For that we need to create a new workflow state. Here I'm going to create it, and state would be a submit, and I'm saving this. And now here state is now become submit. Core state would be obviously rejection. It is rejected. Action would be reject. And next state would be a review or rejected. And allow for the modification is a sales manager. So this way you can add the states and transition for your particular workflow. This is our workflow. This is our reference document. And here I have entered the states and the transition. Now once you save that, then your workflow will get saved, and that will be applicable once a sale user generate a quotation. That quotation will definitely go for the approval to the higher authority. So this is the concept of workflow. Go back to the ERPNext settings, and here you can add the work state and workflow action as well into ERPNext system. So thank you